You can't shoot the ball as well as we have without good movement, and it has been very good. I did, however, like our on-the-ball defense. We didn't give their ball handlers any breathing room, and they didn't handle it well. We came up with some good steals. Also, we can sacrifice some manpower on the defensive glass in this half in order to have opportunities to get the break started with bodies already headed up the court. One more thing before I go. We can't let down our intensity. Stay focused, and let's close this one out strong.
And so here is Indiana. They trail by 14. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. George and Scoa, they're the forwards. The backcourt, Hill and Miles. And it's Hibbert in at the center position. Hill drives in, so it's Washington again turning it over. Here's Beal, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
And George kicks to Scola. King with the block. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Out of bounds.
Still Indiana ball. 8 seconds on the shot.
Doubled by King. 6 on the shot clock. And here we go. Washington fast break. Beal's running. Wall. That's good.
Wow, where would they be without all these easy points off turnovers?
Well, it certainly has made things a lot easier for them on offense, that's for sure, Steve. You turn a team over, you usually don't have to worry about set defense.
It's good, and the Washington lead is cut back down to 14 after they get the hoop from Hill.
Well, George Hill, extremely efficient. He's really good in terms of his shot selection. Doesn't try to do too much. As a matter of fact, I'd like to see him do a little more because he's capable of scoring from anywhere on the court when he's aggressive.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was a special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
And the basket by Scola.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
While we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the month. Number 1, the Wizards.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late. One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
And the shot is good.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Wizards leading by 14. Down low, here's King. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little showboating out there.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And that's his first 3 of the second half after really lighting it up beyond the arc in the first.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. Poked away. To the paint. Here's Wall. And that's good. Great pass to get it done. Wall's got 10.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now the fast break. King with the ball. They get the rebound.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Here's George, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot. And what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Porter, a screen on Hibbert. And King, here we go. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He's really carried this team offensively here today.
Pacers trail by 21. Hill kicks to Hibbert. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing. You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A moment to check out Paul George here. His last month of basketball has been fantastic. He's averaging 22 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. So much of what this team does on offense comes from him.
Exactly. I mean, he's their leading scorer, and a lot of the possessions run through him.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Pierce comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Andre Miller is subbed in for John Wall.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Sloan, covered by Miller. They get a hand on it. King with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. It's tipped. Hill with it. The feed now to Sloan. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, they're winning the speed game, guys, getting out in transition.
Boy, I like the energy they play with offensively, and in the open court, tremendous flow.
It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. And the Wizards making a change here. Gortat's.
That's the way to move the ball.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Miller is out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Webster. Then it's Chris Humphries. And it's Pierce in at power forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Miles the pass to Scola. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by the Wizards. Humphries has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kings checked in for Pierce. The Pacers also with a sub. C.J. Watson. He's checked in for C.J. Miles. Washington's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert.
Guys, this is the second season since the league returned to a 2-2, 1-1-1 finals format. It was a unanimous decision at the time, and I haven't sensed any regrets. The feeling was, and continues to be, that the top seed deserves to have Game 5 at home.
On the wing, Miller. Now Humphries inside. Four on the clock. Here's King. Tries again. Humphries with the bucket.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And now with Clark, every NBA team flying charter flights, travel much less of a concern with that 2-2, 1-1-1 format.
Yeah, and I like that. I like the fact we went back to that. It makes a lot of sense in this day and age, and you don't give an advantage or disadvantage to either team. So very good to go back to that. And with the league showing a willingness to increase travel a little bit for the good of the game, it makes you wonder if you'll see a top 16 interconference playoffs. Again, I've already voiced I'm not in favor of that, but I think it's something that has been discussed at least a little bit.
Shots good by Miller. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Washington.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
King outside. He dishes it to Webster. King against Hibbert. King the pass to Webster, and he gets it to go.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
King with the steal.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing.
Wow! What a play.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Inside to Hibbert. It's deflected. Humphries with the steal. He lobs up the alley-oop dash. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Pass to Hill. Poke loose. And here's the break. Here's King.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Paul Pierce has checked in for Washington. And Indiana with a change here, too. Sloan's checked in. And that's good for 2.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Washington's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's King. And again, Washington with the triple.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Knocked away. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shots good by Miller.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
And King, here we go.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
He really didn't give the official any choice, Kevin. Way too much body-to-body contact there. And I'll tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he didn't get hit with a flagrant 2 foul, which would be an ejection.
Yeah, he would have been out of the game if he had. And the league is doing everything it can to protect its players. And you know, Steve, I think the officials have a really good understanding here of when to issue those unnecessary contact calls. Here's Copeland. Shoots it up. Oh, and that one has the right spin on it, and it is good.
Chris Copeland.
And here is King. No good. And so it's Washington easily grabbing